Yeah, what we're going to do is take a Lagonda Dinky toy, this one here, and we're going to make a windscreen. Now, basically I've done these templates before, look. There's a sunbeam. It's not exactly nicely done, I should do nicer. What we're going to do is make a really nice template out of basically a cereal box cardboard. And then you can cut them out of plastic at any time when you need one. So just do a really nice template for this one. So you see how I do it. Yeah, so we're just I'm gonna cut this strip off the back of this thing here. There's a template, in case I have to do more than one. Now the sunbeam's pretty close. So I'm just gonna copy this a little bit, make a center line, and then we'll draw it out. Right? And it should be 30. We're really lucky it is. Yep. And now we're going to go 15 here and 15 up here, and we'll have a center line. And from that we can make basically our center point for the drawing of this. There we go. I'm kind of lucky I have a sunbeam one here that's kind of close to what I want, an older one. So all I'm going to do is put this here, and I'm going to make a longer tab just in case. And I'm going to square it, I suppose, first. Nice square. And then we'll make it a little longer than normal. We'll square it off. I want the tab to be a little bit longer than this one. You can actually just make one, and if it doesn't fit, make another one. See, it's a little off center, all this too. Unless I make a new sunbeam one in the end. So there's the window ending. And I'm going to do the window end about the same place as this one. You can make them a little longer and trim them afterwards. Alright, so we're going to trim here. Right, so I'm just making a template, right? Make sure these are exactly the same. 24. That one's going to go up just a little. 24. That's going to be my windscreen. Okay, now on the windscreen you want a little edge here, like a little notch cut in, so that it kind of clips in. Very small one. Now what I do is I measure the top of the car here and see what this says. 20 to 23. I'll go 23 first, which is 12 and a half. Right into there only, right? Twelve and a half is there, right? So there we go. And I want it to slant in so far. It doesn't really matter. You can decide. I'm going to go 15 down where that point is. Just going to have it slant down like that. We can put it out a bit first and see what we're going to do with it afterwards. Like this. That's 4 down. We'll do 4 down here. You can cut away, but you can always add later. Alright? Now our little hole on this plate here is 4 millimeter. So 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is 4. And that's going to be the tab down. You bring your tab down and make a little point kind of thing on it. so you can get it in afterwards easily. And there we have it. There's our template. So I just cut it out with a cardboard scissors, and we'll see what we got. Yeah, so I shove it in until it fits, right? Really tight, and then I draw, and that line's in the middle, right? And then I draw a line across. And that's where the windscreen, where this has to come straight up now, right? You got that? There you go. And all I gotta do is come up straight up now and I'll be set. So as you can see, it's a little too large, but the fitting's nicely. And I think it's gonna fit in down underneath here as well. It's very close, it's a little tight. Make that a little narrow. We're very close now, we'll just keep tweaking it until we get it nicely. So there's what I've ended up with, the style like this. And basically, when you're finished, you can trim it a little bit this way or that way, you know. Well, you know, you have to decide what you kind of like. I have this slanting in a little bit the one side and this side not, so I'm going to change that just a tad. But when you get to the plastic, you can do that too. I'm just going to change that a little bit. To be very careful now you don't take too much off. But what you want is that, look, pretty, isn't it? I've got a little nick up there which I really like. I wish I had that over there. So if you want to add, like say you got it a little bit off, you can just put a little tape on there, like masking tape, and then recut it. But that's pretty close to what I want, right? And then, you know, you can trim it down if you want later on in that. And the plate piece is too long, as you can see. So that when it goes in, if you want, you can just cut it off a little bit at the end. I'll show you that there, see? The end sticks out quite far. I usually pull that with tweezers down like that. There you go. You make this clip in a little too if you just to make a little niche in there. It's hard to do sometimes. I kind of like that though. So there we go. So I think we've got it. I'll just show you the plastics I use next. So you can use various plastics like a water bottle here. That's the bottle cut, right? But you can also take just a clear plastic and cut it out and then use a little window lean to clean it. So basically just put your template on there. What's great is to pick a spot sometimes where there's a little lip, and you can use that, a little lip, and you can use it as the top of the windscreen, which I'll show you with the bottle. Like you can take a nice piece here, like in here, this piece here is very nice, and you can make it like have a little lip on top for your windscreen. You can also do that with other pieces. So I'll just cut this out, mark it and cut it out. Yeah, so I've left a little lip that's bending back here from the bottle, if you can see that, on the windscreen. And it has a slight curve, if I take, see? So it's quite pretty. Now you can do this with different kind of plastics from different waste. So I'll take the Lagonda and we'll try to cut it out as exact we can like this, flattening that a bit. And we should have a window. I'll just cut it out quickly so you don't have to watch all that. Yeah, so I've just kind of pressed the plate on for the time being. It has a little bit of a gap there, but you know, for the purpose of the videos, this is good enough to show you. As you can see, the windscreen has a little half curve on it, and there's a lovely bent over top from the bottle edge. Now, the only thing is when you're, you know, having little issues, take a knife and put it on a cardboard backing. I'll take it up here so you can see it. Right? And use the X-Acto knife to cut out your little pieces if you have to. A real sharp one. And see, that way you get it out and you don't have that over snipping or problems. But as you can see with this, it turns out really nice. All I need is the tweezers here. And then you take a tweezer in the bottom, especially if it's sticking out, and you just pull it down. You might have to adjust it a couple times to make it fit. But I mean, that's pretty good for a homemade windscreen. Anyway, I can make another one out of this sheet here. And we can put a little lip on that. So there's one with the flat shield. And look what we have here. Oops, I pushed that up, sorry. We have a lovely edge on top here that's turned in. And it's more of a straight windscreen this time. But I have a little curve in here for the edging. And you can make that a little shorter if you wanted, just by using a scissors. But you can see it there, there's the light on it. Yeah, and you get these nice little windscreens, and you have a template and you can cut them out of anything you want. You can try a couple of them. So now I have 2 already. So now I've been playing around with it for a little bit to get these to fit in the corners more. And when you pull down here a bit, look at that. That one's crunching a little. We got to get a little bit of that point off, but how nice that looks. And there we go. Windscreens for your car. Not only that, now you have a Lagonda Dinky template. I have a Cunningham one. And I have a Sunbeam one, which is very similar to this actually. That's why I took that first thing off. There you go. I'm getting these templates together. And when I have the next car to repair, all I got to do is put that on the plastic and cut it out. I use a little felt pen around it and just cut it out. It goes quicker. There's the templates and there's the lovely windscreen, and you can see the, if I get the light right, the edge on the top there if you want one. If you don't, you can have it just straight. There you can see from the side a bit. Huh? Quite nice. Yeah, just for a final touch, get your little window lean here, put it down, a little bit of water on it, and give your windscreen a nice little wipe before you insert it. Make sure it's nice and polished. In she goes. There you have a beautiful little windscreen. Yeah, so I made another sunbeam window, and now they're fitting really well, as you can see here. And the little curve on top. And you know, if you want to make a template, it's not cardboard. If you want to make one that's more proper, you just make a black felt pin piece of tin and outline your this is Sunbeam Alpine Sports window piece. And now we'll just cut it out with the scissors and clean it off a little, and you'll have a metal template. So there's my metal template for the Sunbeam. See, I have a little extra tab down here still. Comes out, and there you go. You have your little metal template for making as many windows as you want. And they'll just poke. You don't have to take anything apart, you just poke them down through. And if you want, you can just put a little touch of super glue there and cut that off, but it's up to you. And you can trim these a little bit tighter or a little bit slanty or a little bit more curved on top, whatever you feel like. But there's a template. And when you're done, you end up with a lovely little dirty because it's on the bench, but little window like this. Yeah, I can't find the slot again like always. There it is. That little window like this. Aren't they lovely? Thanks for watching.